Marianne from Project Mindflayer. We are a community problem-solving team from Singapore that aims to tackle the problem of cyberbullying amongst youths. Our project looks at a very prevalent issue. In Singapore, 3 in 4 youths have been affected by cyberbullying before. We recognize the severity of this due to multiple consequences it brings to victims. With the global pandemic, youths are more frequently online due to reduced physical interactions. Hence, the more urgent their need for these online issues to be addressed. This is our underlying problem. Essentially, our project aims to target the general youth population using social media, and through awareness-raising publicity and concrete education, we hope to build the confidence in them and help them acquire the skills to effectively deal with cyberbullying situations and spread a positive influence online in doing so. Our team came up with several educational resources, mainly those surrounding our 2 original acronym guides, Speak and Find. Our first guide, Speak, is a suggested list of steps and pointers for both victims and upstanders to keep in mind in order to deter cyberbullying. In order to educate the youths about this guide and build their confidence by teaching them something that can guide their actions in a situation of need, we have made Speak into 2 resources.
We are Mindflayer, and today we are going to teach you how to deal with cyberbullying.
This is our Speak tutorial. Within 2 minutes and a half, we quickly went through the Speak guide in a concise and humorous manner to attract our youths and make an impression on them. The point is, when they see cyberbullying, we want them to think of this guide, and we want this guide to be the confidence booster for them to actually take action. Other than the tutorial, we also made our very own Mindflayer Speak booklet. This is a more informative and extensive presentation of our guide. We explain the reason for each step further, and we provide illustrated scenarios to put the guide into action for the readers. Our next guide is Find, which is a guide as to how to identify a cyberbullying situation based on 4 given attributes, especially in times of uncertainty or ambiguity. Similar to that of Speak, this Find booklet also has explanations on each attribute as well as illustrated scenarios. This is the point of the guides: confidence building through education. Whether it is the lack of certainty in identifying cyberbullying or recognizing the best course of action to be taken, our guides are something for youths to rely on when making those decisions. Our resources were used in many ways. This includes smaller publicity efforts like our Instagram, our project website, and emails to schools with the resources attached. But of greater importance was our major educational initiatives. First, we had a character and leadership education lesson for the Year 2 students of our school in early August last year. We actualized a complete 1-hour lesson plan for all 400 students in the cohort during their curriculum time, which covered the content in both the booklets. Through the use of illustrations, polls, and even roleplay in our slides, we engaged the students in small group discussions to discuss the case studies we presented. Through this, our students had the chance to use the strategies we recommended in our guides to address acts of cyberbullying. We also hosted our very own public webinar in September last year in collaboration with Youth Corps Singapore. Similarly, we went through the same original content from our team, but on top of that, we had our RGS counselor, Ms. Yen, present a short sharing segment on what to consider when standing up to cyberbullying as well. After the sharing segments, the participants were split into breakout rooms to discuss what they can do to address acts of cyberbullying. Ultimately, this is a huge step forward in our education of youths, as not only was this a public webinar that had participants beyond our school, we also could better engage personally with the participants to better build confidence in each of them. To a good extent, things are positive. To ensure we are truly advocating for our people, we kept connected with them through gathering their thoughts and feedback through surveys. Early 2020, we had sent out a general effectiveness survey. 106 students volunteered to do this. 98% of the students who have seen our Find guide found it effective in helping them identify cyberbullying situations. 99% of those who have seen our Speak guide found it effective in teaching them how to deal with cyberbullying, and 84% are more willing to stand up to cyberbullying than they were before. Second, at the end of the Year 2 CLE lesson, we had a feedback form to measure effectiveness, garnering close to 300 responses, which is roughly 3/4 of the entire Year 2 cohort. 95% of the respondents found our lesson content and scenarios useful in helping them gain knowledge and confidence on how to stand up against cyberbullying. 97% of them are now more aware of what they can and should do in response to cyberbullying, and 93% are more willing to stand up to cyberbullying as a result of the lesson.